Hey, Scott Spears, and happy Halloween here on The Exchange. Kerrington, Nelson, Matt Morgan joining me this week, and it is our big Halloween special, which you can get on YouTube by searching The Exchange, Scott Spears. But if you're watching it, you probably already found this episode, so happy Halloween. Now, don't forget, you can catch Kerrington and Matt every Friday night, along with Sean and myself, Friday Night Live, 8:15 to 10 p.m. on WGH Talk, WWGH1071.com, or download the free TuneIn app on any mobile device and search WGH Talk. Now, before we get rolling here, Matt, what's your favorite memory of Halloween? Do you love this holiday? I know you do.
I do not like Halloween. Halloween is, I feel, a waste of a holiday.
It's not really a holiday.
I know, but we treat it as
the
a
mail
holiday.
still runs.
Yeah, but everybody it's celebrated every year.
Well, we celebrate it, but it's not really a holiday. But that's okay.
I think it's just so they can sell lots of candy. And that's about it.
Now, Kerrington, tonight you've come dressed as a
pharmacy technician.
Pharmacy tech. Where did you ever get that costume?
Well, I was texted about 2 hours before this filming that it was Halloween edition and I needed to dress up. But they know that I go directly from work to the radio, so I didn't have time to get a costume. So that's how we came to pharmacy technician.
Now, I would just like to say that I let Matt know about this. The chain of command, went down somewhere in the middle, because I let Matt know several days ago.
I think that I need to just get your number. Can we just text one another?
Well, I don't.
Maybe.
You and I. But I'm just saying. Listen, we're not that close yet. Okay. But here, we'll get there. We'll get there as time.
I know. Well, that's why I get the 2 hours before the filming starts text that it's, hey, it's Halloween episode.
But I told Matt days ago, did I not?
In my defense, I think telling me to tell people things at work is always a terrible idea. Cause
why don't we
I'm
just
at work,
exchange numbers?
No, I'm not saying that you have to tell her. Oh man, I didn't know it was going to get ugly like this on Halloween. I'm not saying that you have to tell her. That was spooky in and of itself. I'm not saying that you have to tell her at work. You can just send the message along.
No, he texted me 2 hours ago.
I was here for that part.
Oh, when he texted me?
Because I reminded him, I said, is she coming in Halloween gear tonight? And he said, oh, I don't think I told her about that.
I had a great costume, too.
What are you going to be this year?
I'm going to be Hades. I think we talked about this previously.
We got a little bit of an attitude there, don't you, tonight?
No, sorry, I didn't.
We talked about this previously.
I think
Why did she have an attitude with me every episode? Why? Okay.
You just bring it out of me, Scott.
And I like your costume.
Thank you.
Pharmacy tech.
Okay, but not the Hades costume.
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
That's
Maybe
true.
we can show a picture of it sometime.
Okay, yeah.
You'll take a picture, you'll send it out, and we'll put it out for the people, and tell people what Hades is.
Hades, mine is inspired from the Disney movie Hercules. That's my all-time favorite Disney movie. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect, because I worked at Disney World last year, and now I get to be...
You worked at Disney World?
Yes. Did you not know this?
No, how would I know that?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I had an internship at Disney last year.
What'd you do?
I worked at Slinky Dog Dash, the kids' roller coaster.
Oh.
Have you ever been to Disney World? Do you know what I'm talking about? Slinky Dog? I was just curious.
Like an interrogation.
I was just curious if you know of Slinky Dog. Probably not everybody has.
But what do you do?
I was a ride operator. So those guys that are in the corner pressing that button to make it go, that was me.
So is it like the Slinky Dog from Toy Story?
Yes. Yeah, they have a whole Toy Story land in Disney World.
Well, sign me up.
Yeah. No,
I wish I would have known you were there.
Yeah, we should have talked about it. It was really fun. It was the Disney College program.
Did you have to dress up?
Yeah, I was a toy every day. That was my costume. So
you've wore costumes before?
Yeah, no, I have pictures. I was such a cute toy.
Really?
Yeah,
what
I was adorable. Well, it's all the same.
I was adorable? Did you just say that?
I was pretty cute.
There's no conceit in your family. You've got it all.
That's true. My mom would say that too. No, I would just I had little braids, so I wore pigtails every day. That's just undeniably cute. Pigtails.
But you won't wear your hair up.
No, but the pigtails were down.
Well, I think in a future episode you should wear a hair up. Don't you? Why?
It's the widow.
We gotta get over that trauma.
It's widow's peak. I can't.
We gotta get past the trauma.
It's just not for me.
We gotta get past the trauma. Don't you think, Matt? We've got to confront our fears on this program.
Okay, fine. We'll do a whole episode where we all confront some kind of fear.
Yeah,
So Scott will wear shoes and not flip flops, and I
Hey,
will
listen,
wear my
I
hair
have
out.
shoes on. I have shoes on.
What's Matt's fear? What's he get over?
Needles.
Oh, we're gonna give him a shot? I am getting trained at work to give shots, so I can bring in. Actually,
Here we go.
I don't think I can bring
She'll
that
give
in.
you a shot, and then she'll pull her hair up, and I'll watch that happen. It'll be fascinating.
Good.
Wow.
Love this plan.
Wow, it's fascinating. Now,
Anyway, Hades is from the Disney movie Hercules, and so bringing it back around, I'm being
Whoa.
Hades. That's my favorite Disney movie, and I like Disney.
you like my tie?
Yeah, it's very festive.
Well, I'm themed out.
It's very festive.
This is the Halloween show.
Ooh.
The Halloween extravaganza.
Spooky.
And we've got some...
Sorry, I'll do that all episode.
Oh, my. And we
Stay
have...
tuned.
Listen, and we've got some big topics this week.
Anything spooky?
Well, of course we've got
Okay.
spooky topics.
Okay, perfect.
Number one, did you know that in Worcester, there's a lady named Helen Schweizer, and she is a vampire. She says she's a vampire, right in Worcester, an hour from here.
Wow.
Drive on over. She's 28 years old. She identifies as a vampire. She has fangs. She wears long, flowing white shirts. She doesn't suck blood, so she says, but her quote is, "My soul is a vampire. It's all about soul stuff." Kind of a new age vampire.
Yeah.
Matt, what do you make of old Helen Schweizer in Worcester, Ohio? Vampire.
Just like I said on the last episode, I think this lady's crazy.
Do you believe in vampires?
I do not believe
It's
in
Halloween.
vampires. I believe in like ghosts and things like that. No vampires.
Okay. What do you think of Helen Schweizer?
Yeah, how are you a self-proclaimed vampire? Like, I want to hear more about her story. How did she find this out? Like, she probably didn't grow fangs. Like, I assume, or she shaved her teeth or something. You know, like, how
See, that's what I.
what
Did
inside
she, like,
her?
file down her teeth or something?
That's a great
That's
question.
awful.
I just have some questions for Helen. I would like to know how she came to this.
She's
revelation.
28.
I know, so
She's
like
married.
she's kind of young.
She found a guy.
Good for her.
Yikes.
they all find people. Vampires and all.
That's true.
But what about her quote? "My soul is a vampire."
That's what I'm saying. I just want to know how she had this soul discovery of I'm a vampire. Like, has she always believed this, or did she recently become a vampire?
I think if somebody asks you why you did something and you say it's because of soul stuff, I don't think you have a valid reason to do it.
No, that's, anytime you're talking about the soul, that's baloney.
You don't believe in the concept of a soul?
I mean, I believe in the concept of a soul, but I don't think that like.
What's the concept of a soul? What do you mean?
That like we have something inside of us that makes us like living that's beyond just like our organs and like bodily functions. Like, our body is separate from the soul. Like, you're not just your body. Like, cause like an animal, I think in this term, like, animals don't have souls. Like, they're not. Like, they're more of like I don't know though, cause sometimes I'm like, my dog looks pretty human like, but.
So you think your dog has a soul and that makes it human-like?
No, that got a little off topic. I just think that the souls are what like make us humans. Sorry.
Oh. So, what is your soul as opposed to your person?
I mean, they're kind of one and the same, but I think like I believe in the concept of a soul because it's like there's something that goes on after you die. Like, do you think that when you die you go to heaven or like continue with something? Do you believe in afterlife?
Do you?
Yes.
You do? What do you
Yes.
believe happens when you die?
I think you go to heaven or hell. I'm a Christian.
Really?
I'm a Christian. So.
You're a Christian?
Yes.
Well, that's fascinating.
Yeah. Yes.
I did not know this.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's good.
We
I think
discussed it.
We did?
I don't think
No, we never did.
I don't
No,
think we did. No.
Okay.
You're like, you're scared of me tonight.
Well, it's the whole pharmacy tech thing. First, she's going to give me a shot.
I'm giving Matt the shot, not you.
I'm so glad
You're
you
wearing flip-flops.
I'm so glad I don't have flip flops on, and I'm so glad you wore a name tag.
Yeah, I really.
Because
I
for
thought
the
it'd be
longest
more
time, I haven't-
authentic. And now people know how to spell my name because
Yeah.
it's not how you would guess.
Really? That's how I guessed it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, most people get a C-A-R is the beginning a lot.
C-A-R, like Care Bears?
Like car. No.
Anyway, Matt, what's your feeling on what happens when you die? Does your soul ascend up or go down?
I don't know. It's
You just don't know.
Yep.
Well, I think that's a valid point in life that we don't know what happens when we die because none of us have died.
But do you have any theories that you believe in more than other things?
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, like, I think that, I mean, for the longest time I thought that once you died, you just kind of, like, it was just like,
cease to exist.
Yeah, it was like if you just, like, basically factory reset a computer.
That's kind of why I believe in the concept of a soul, because it's like you go beyond your body. So, like, soul and body are different, in my mind.
You know, we had a question a long time ago, and it's an interesting question. A lady, she was still alive and well, but her daughter had moved to Washington. She lived in Ohio, but her family was buried in Florida. And she had always planned to be buried with her family in Florida. But her daughter, who lived in Washington, said, "Hey, Mom, I want you to be buried in Washington so I can come visit you when you're gone." But the woman said, "I don't know anybody in Washington. I don't want to be, there. I was going to go with my family in Florida, so what should she do?" That's a little Halloweenish.
Go with. I'm with the mom here. Why am I gonna like? It seems a little selfish for the daughter to be like, "Hey, when you die, can you put your grave here? Because
but do you go?
Everybody else is over there, but I'm here."
But do you go to Florida where nobody will visit you, or do you go to Washington where people will visit you, but you don't know anybody?
Didn't she say she had people in Florida?
Right, but no, but they're all dead. They're not going to decorate the grave on Memorial Day.
She wants to go down to Florida so she can be buried on like.
With her family.
On her like family plot?
Yeah, her mom and her dad are there and her sister's there, and I think that's her family, and they've all died. So she wants to go there, but her daughter doesn't want her there because she's not going to go to Florida every time she wants to visit her mom.
See, that's one for her. I have family buried everywhere.
Okay. What do you think, Kerrington?
I don't know. I feel like as the mom, I would probably pick to go to Florida just because you know people there and stuff. It feels more comfortable, I feel like. But, I mean, it's her decision, I think.
Well, it is her decision, but what do you think she should do? She should go to Florida.
Yeah, I think that's what she wants to do.
Okay. Well, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah, I think so.
Really? Have
Yeah.
you ever seen one?
No.
No. So why do you believe in them?
I don't know. I don't know. I just kind of do, like, a little bit. I don't know. I don't think I have a great explanation.
Ghosts?
I do believe in ghosts.
Why do you believe in ghosts?
I guess I could be crazy because I haven't talked to my parents about it in a while, but I'm pretty sure that, I know for a fact that we used to live in a house, with the address of 666 George Street.
Oh.
And that house was, according to them, haunted. I was very small, I don't remember anything about the house. But, like one time my grandma was babysitting us and we were all asleep in the room and then she said she heard toys in the room. She told us to stop playing with the toys like 3 times, but the toys kept making noise. So when she went in there, we were all asleep, but the toys were on the floor, and before we went to bed, we had put them in the toy box.
Ooh, spooky!
Yep.
That's Halloween for you.
That's Halloween for you.
Favorite scary movie?
Ooh.
Yours is Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yours is...
I think the movie Us.
What's that about?
It's this... There's, like, people underground where your, like, soul is tied to the people below ground, basically. And, the people below ground, basically, are wanting to come above ground and, like, take over the people above ground that they're tied to.
Why are we so fascinated with vampires and zombies? The whole Twilight thing and the whole Vampire Diaries. What's that all about?
I don't know. I think people like fiction stories sometimes, so they just are like interested in that kind of thing. And it's like also you could have like realistic movies based on those. Maybe that's why.
Do you think vampires are realistic? I don't know.
I mean, they're human-like. That's what I mean. Like you could have a person dress up as a vampire. Like sometimes if they're.
I think people are more interested in the fact that zombies, like I had said earlier, just come back from life, come back from the dead to life, and then vampires are immortal. Never
so you
dying.
think they're interested in the concepts?
Yeah, never dying and back from the dead.
Okay.
You like a good Halloween party, do you?
Yeah, who doesn't like a good Halloween
See,
party?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you said your Halloween party isn't really Halloween themed.
I mean, like, there are people who dress up, but, like, it's mainly just music and alcohol.
Oh, there you go. But what are your Halloween parties like?
Actually on Saturday, my friends and I had a spooky charcuterie night.
What? Spooky charcuterie.
Spooky charcuterie night.
I think I had a case of that on my neck one time. I had to see a dermatologist, took it right off.
I'm sure you did.
Spooky charcuterie.
Yeah, we just
Had to see a pharmacy tech.
We all got little like Halloween plates, and her mom laid out like a charcuterie board, and we watched the Hocus Pocus movie and ate some snacks and chatted. It was really fun.
What charcuterie?
Charcuterie is like little meats and cheeses and crackers and like olives. There's like dried fruits and nuts sometimes.
When people put out the dried fruits and nuts at your house, do they call it charcuterie?
Usually they just call it like a veggie board or like something like that.
Yeah, but like a veggie board, so it's specifically vegetables. Like charcuterie is just like a range of different.
Like I've heard they even make like charcuterie tables, and it's literally just a table that goes on top of a table that you put a tray on, and it spins, so you can just get whatever you want.
Well, I can't wait for the holidays.
Right.
I'm gonna charcuterie it up this year.
Charcuterie it up.
I'm gonna be with the holidays. Be at one with charcuterie. All right, well, let's do some current events because that's what we do on this show. We've done our Halloween bit here, and we'll continue to talk Halloween. We've got some surprises in the second half of this episode. You're not going to want to miss. It will. It's going to be scary. You won't want to miss it. Now, here's an interesting thing. A girl shamed a guy who she was going out on a first date with on TikTok for taking her to the Cheesecake Factory on their first date. She said that you can't take her to a chain restaurant. She's too good looking to go to a chain restaurant. So the guy took her home. Said, sorry, we ain't going out on a first date because you think you're too high maintenance. So, is it wrong on a first date to take somebody to the Cheesecake Factory and shame them on TikTok? And then this girl got shamed and she did have to apologize.
No, I don't think it's wrong to take somebody to the Cheesecake Factory. Like, I think it'd be sweet if you had been like talking to the person and maybe they went to a restaurant that you said's like your favorite or something. So like if it's a little more intentional, but like I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
So if somebody took you to the Cheesecake Factory on date number 1, you're down.
Yeah, I'm down. I like the Cheesecake Factory.
No high maintenance for you. You don't have to go to like a ritzy joint.
I'm not too classy for Cheesecake Factory.
When
I think of like fancy restaurants in my head, I'm like Cheesecake Factory.
You think that's fancy?
Yeah, see, that's like I'm 100%. That's what I was thinking too. I was like not fancy enough. I've never been to the Cheesecake Factory in my life.
Really? No, I'm not. I mean, I'm not saying it's like crazy fancy, but like I would put it above Applebee's. You know?
I would put a lot above Applebee's.
What if somebody takes you to Wendy's for some chili on the first date?
I'm cool with that. Wendy's chili is good.
Does it matter? Does it matter where the guy takes you on the first date? That's what happened here. This girl thought she was just her nose was up in the air. I think her nose was out of joint.
I feel like if it matters, I don't like you think
the guy said I'm gonna take you home.
You think I'm gonna take you to like Red Lobster every time we go anywhere to eat? No! I don't want
You don't have Red Lobster money. Not all the time.
But you want that.
Red Lobster money all the time?
No, you want to go to someplace upper end. You don't want to go to Wendy's for chili.
No, I like Wendy's and I like chili. I like maybe not for the first date.
Really? So would you shame somebody for that?
No, I wouldn't. No, I think that seems like really.
You'd go in and eat the chili.
Yeah, I mean maybe I wouldn't like want to go on the date. Like I don't know.
Oh, see, you are high end.
That doesn't mean I'm high end.
You agree with it? You don't want to go to Wendy's for the first date.
I'm not saying I wouldn't.
Me.
I think it depends on the situation. Like.
Would you dress like this?
No.
Okay, just want to make sure.
No, of course not. You're really into this outfit.
Hey, listen, I think it's a great Halloween costume.
Thank Matt. This is what Matt.
No, it's wonderful. No, I'm just saying, should the girl have shamed him?
No.
And was he right to take her home?
Yeah.
Say, listen, lady, you're going home.
The shaming online, especially.
You can eat Ritz crackers for all I care.
Yeah.
And this is really what it's all about. See, she thought she should be love bombed, and apparently he wasn't up to that day. He said, we're going to the Cheesecake Factory, and she didn't like it.
Yeah, I guess so.
People came after her.
Yeah.
So the guy's in the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Now, this is an interesting Taylor Swift conversation here on the program. This was actually written into Dear Abby. Old Dear Abby got this question. Apparently, a friend of this woman sold this big concert that Taylor Swift did, sold the daughter who wanted to go to the Taylor Swift concert, her daughter, a ticket for $900. Come to find out, the lady had only paid $300 for the ticket. So, was she wrong to sell her a Taylor Swift ticket and make a $600 profit because she knew the girl really wanted to go?
Absolutely not. That's called scalping. There's a whole profession, and
But it's illegal. You can't scalp tickets. That's not legal.
It's fine. It's fine.
Don't ever admit to doing that
I don't
on a
do
program.
It. I don't do it. I don't buy tickets to go places.
Yeah, but I don't think this is scalping, really, because it's not.
There's a $600 profit.
Yes, but she didn't. I don't think
That's
that
a
was supposed to be
scalper.
known.
Yeah, I think that's a tough situation. Like, since it's the friend, I think that was dirty. Like, I obviously would have been mad if my friend did that. And, like, doesn't she feel bad for taking that much money from somebody else that, like, she knows, too? I feel bad if it's a friend, you know?
I just don't understand why Taylor Swift tickets are $300 and you can get $900 out of them.
Yeah, no, I paid 400 something for mine.
$400
Yes,
for one ticket.
for one ticket.
Wow. Who did you go with?
My friend and her mom.
And did they have to pay $400 a Jeez.
Yep, per ticket.
So for 3 seats, it was $1,200.
Yes.
Did you have good seats?
No, they were not very
Oh
good.
my God! What is
They weren't
wrong
terrible.
with people?
They were in like the lower bowl, but like they weren't great. They were pretty on the side.
That's the entire reason I don't go to things in general is because they cost too much, and I'm like, man, I could pay like $300 to sit in the nosebleed and watch the big screen that they're going to be performing on because I can't see them.
Yeah, no, I mean it was. If there were $300 tickets in the nosebleeds, I would have been thrilled with that. I would have been so excited to buy those tickets. Actually,
No,
I don't know. I think it's more about the experience. Like I don't really care where my seats are that much.
You see,
like
that's
I
why-
like just being at the place.
That's why I went to the Packers preseason game because preseason games are so much cheaper than regular games. And we sat like row 6 at the 50-yard line
That's awesome.
for like $200 for both tickets.
You know, but I think if you want to upsell your ticket, so what?
Yeah, that's how
I don't
business
think
works.
there's anything technically wrong with it. It just creates like a bad situation. Like I wouldn't do that to somebody I know. Like if I were to buy the ticket and then I realize I can't go and then I get on Ticketmaster to sell it, I don't feel bad. But like since you know the person.
Yeah, but if you don't want to pay $900, don't pay $900.
Yeah. I mean, the girl didn't have to. Did she? But you said come to find out, like after the fact.
I guess
she found out.
So now there's some bitterness.
Yeah, there's a little bitterness since you didn't know.
Well, listen, you paid it. She said it's going to be $900. You paid it. That's life.
See, I think people get caught up too much on like value. So like it's worth like she charges $300, but like things are only as valuable as how much you can convince people to pay for them. So if she convinced that girl to pay $900 for that $300 Taylor Swift ticket, apparently to her it was worth $900.
And she had a good time. Can you put a price on happiness?
No.
No, you can't.
Yeah, for $900 for one Taylor Swift concert, absolutely.
Well, she paid it. She paid it. I love this next story. There was a woman who was complaining that her, I guess boyfriend, I guess they lived together, was not doing any chores around the house. And she was complaining, I think it was on Reddit, she was complaining about this. So the boyfriend went back on the surveillance camera in their house 2 years, I believe, or a year and a half, I think he went back. Yeah, a year and a half. And he looked at the security footage that they had to show that he was doing chores. So he brought this video up to the girlfriend, and she said, that's unforgivable. That's like stalking. And she broke up with him.
Sounds to me like she's salty that she was wrong.
Yeah, she was wrong and she couldn't take it.
Yeah, I mean.
He pulled the receipts and she was like,
Yeah. She shouldn't have complained if she didn't want that to happen to her.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's like stalking. I mean, it was their shared footage of their house that they both had access to. I mean, it's kind of weird. I think it's petty for him to go back and do that, but
Really?
a little
But she's
bit.
complaining.
I mean, maybe he was like at his wit's end, like she had been complaining about
So-
it for a long time. In which case, like, I don't know. I think they should have evaluated their relationship back then before they were at the footage.
Well, I don't know that she
you
was.
know.
I don't know if she knew that he was going to grab the footage.
I know, but like, if he was super annoyed with her, like, because she kept bringing this up, like, maybe they should have talked about it before this point, where he was like,
Well,
"Oh,
but she
I'm
kept
so annoyed."
complaining. You know, you're not doing any chores around the house. You're not doing any chores around the house, and he thinks he is. So he went back and looked at the footage.
Yeah, but like, did he try to just like tell her that he was doing chores? Like, did they try?
Oh,
to
I'm
have a
sure he
conversation
did.
well,
about
yeah,
it?
I was gonna say, it says kept complaining. So like, if you get one complaint and you say, I do chores, and she's like, oh, okay. And then that was it.
But why does she? How much did she really like this guy? She broke up with him over this.
I think, like I said.
This is my whole point.
Yeah.
All relationships are on thin ice. It just
I
takes
just-
one
yeah.
good crack.
I think they
to
were
knock
they
that
had
whole thing
problems
out.
before that. If she had been constantly complaining about him not helping, like she was obviously kind of like angry at him, and then he was angry at her because she kept complaining. So like they already had problems before the footage, so maybe she was already unhappy and the footage looking was just her way out.
Yeah, but I mean, why is she nagging this guy about chores?
Maybe their house isn't clean.
Well, then clean the house.
See, maybe she's doing one of those things where she's like, man, I don't want to break up with this guy, so the pro strat is to just bully him into breaking up with me. And then when he was like, look, bro, I did all the chores, and she was like, oh, never mind, perfect opportunity.
Yeah, but she said that was unforgivable. That's unforgivable?
I think she wanted it to be unforgivable so she could dip.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like she just wanted out of the relationship, and so like this was her like, oh.
But how did she know he was going to pull the footage?
She didn't.
Right. So why didn't you just end it? Leave.
Before, because maybe she like wasn't like she didn't want to be the bad guy. You know, breaking up with somebody is like a lot of work. Or
Well, I don't think she ends up being the good guy in this story.
I mean, she got to leave the relationship if that's what she wanted. Like maybe she was.
Yeah,
just
but why
looking
not
for
just
an
why
excuse.
not just cut to the quick? Don't chastise the
'Cause
man
she
for not
didn't-
doing
she
any
didn't-
chores.
did
Just
she
say
not-
I'm out of here.
Not because she feels justified. She's like, oh my gosh, you're a crazy guy. You went through and looked at the footage. So she was looking for like a reason to get angry to break up with him, I think.
Yep, I'm with Kerrington. I think she wanted out of the relationship, and she was like, if I badger him enough, he'll just break up with me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, listen. I think she looks foolish in this whole story because he pulled the footage on her. He got the receipts.
I agree.
And he said, hey, look here, lady. And then she took off.
I mean,
And then he went to the Cheesecake Factory with some other girl the next night, and it was all just wonderful.
I mean, I don't think that, I don't. It could have definitely played out better.
Here's an interesting question. This has to do with Halloween in a kind of a roundabout way. Have you ever had uncontrollable laughter that you shouldn't have, like at a funeral or a wedding or at a place where you really shouldn't be laughing? Somebody's telling a serious story and you just can't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever had that?
Not that I can think of.
And the more you tell yourself you should stop, the more you laugh.
Mm-hmm.
The more you can't.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, how do you stop this? Because this happens. Tell us a time when you laughed when you shouldn't.
Typically, I'll be in some situation and like maybe something like 5 minutes prior will have happened that I thought was funny, and like everyone else has moved on, and then I like think of the thing and I just keep like giggling about it. And I think eventually you just kind of move on from it. Like, I mean, like you have to laugh in the moment, and if anybody asks like, oh, why are you laughing? You could tell them, and if nobody asks, it's like, okay, great. Like I can chill out. Like I'm gonna stop trying to laugh.
You never had this problem?
See, you described it. I mean, she's just like, if something happened 5 minutes ago and then it came back up and I laughed and people were like, why? You were like, have you ever laughed at the wrong time, like at a funeral or when something?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
Laughing.
no, I know, but like maybe 5 minutes later we're onto a serious topic. Like, yeah, even if like somebody's, talking about some traumatic story that happened and you're not supposed to be laughing. So like, I'm just thinking like, that's the
I was at
situation
a,
that
listen, I'm going to tell
happens
this story very quick here because we're under 2 minutes in this segment. I was at a funeral one time and I didn't know the person really well, and I'm sitting in a chair next to somebody, and these were old chairs at a funeral home, and we had to pray before we sent the person off. And we'd been over in prayer, and I heard that chair go in the and I just could not. It made me want to laugh so hard I couldn't, and I had to pretend I was crying. I mean,
You were sobbing.
I was bent over and I just put my hands and I'm trying to bite the inside of my cheeks so I don't laugh, because this is the time you don't want to be laughing. And I know this person's about to hit the floor, and the thought of that happening at this funeral was just horrible. And to even think about it now, I can't even. It was just the worst time for that noise to happen. Mm-hmm. And the lady in front of me, who, God rest her soul, she's went on to her reward now too, but she said, do you need something? Because I was crying. It was awful. It was just awful. It was awful. But anyway, the advice is pass it off as a cough, is what they tell you to do. One of those, I guess. That's how it goes. We've got surprises and more coming back on this Halloween episode. Don't laugh too hard. Kerrington, Matt, and myself back around the corner. Hey, we're back, and this episode of The Exchange is hilarious. We're with Kerrington and Matt, and our topic before we went to break, how do you stop uncontrollable laughter? We were still laughing about it during the break. It was a personal, true experience. True stories are the best. I laughed at a funeral, and God help us. What can you do?
What can you do?
Couldn't stop. Couldn't stop. Now, let's move on to another topic here. Now, this we kind of touched on last week, but now it's become a whole thing unto itself. Apparently, publishers now, if you are writing a book, are saying to celebrities, you have to put in juicy details about your life, or we can't sell your book. Jada Pinkett Smith has done this with Will Smith, saying they weren't married, and she had some kind of entanglement with the son's boyfriend, or friend of the son. And Britney Spears has written about having an abortion and using Justin Timberlake's name. So apparently you have to do this now to sell books. Do you think you have to do that? Nobody will buy a tell-all book unless it's a tell-all?
I mean, I think if you're going to write a tell-all book, it should be a tell-all book. You can't write a book and say it's a tell-all and not tell everything.
I kind of agree. It's like if you can find most things online now, so it's like if it's not something like extra, why would somebody go through purchasing a book?
Yeah, but they kept that abortion a secret for 20 years, and it didn't come out till she is writing this book.
Yeah, but like she could have like posted about it online if she wanted to share that information. Like it makes sense that people like are going to buy the book. Yeah, if they're like, oh, this has got something like interesting in it that we haven't heard before, so they have to drop some kind of new information, or else it's like, oh, because I mean, other than that, it's just a celebrity sharing about their lives, which you probably have seen a lot about it already.
But isn't that awful though that now to write a book you've actually got to tell something salacious about your life or something that people don't know, or else people won't buy the book?
I mean, it's kind of like what Kerrington said. I don't know why you would I don't know why you would buy a book of a public figure if it just said everything about the public figure.
Well, I'm sure they tell I don't think you would know everything, but I think it just tells about their life in a more detail. I think that's what books used to do. You didn't have to drop some big, deep, dark secret like you had an abortion or you're not really married to your husband.
So are they calling these books tell-alls?
I think so. I think they're considered tell-alls.
Well, I mean, but if they're calling the books tell-alls, then that's because they wrote a tell-all. They didn't write like an autobiography.
Yeah.
But it sells better if you tell it all.
They could have wrote an autobiography.
But isn't that what it is?
No.
It's an autobiography where they're telling all.
Yeah, I don't know. Like they didn't have to say.
I think
it's a tell-all.
autobiography has more to do with like just life.
If you were writing a book, what would you put in it that nobody would know? How would you sell that book?
I don't write. I don't know. If I did, I'd write.
You have to have some deep dark secret. Everybody's got a deep dark secret.
I mean, okay.
So if you had to write that book, what would you put in there? I mean, you don't have to tell us exactly what it is, but what nature would it be that you would be putting in there that you would sell this book?
What do you mean?
Like, what would be your secret? Let's just put it this way. You have a secret, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
There you go. That's all I'm saying. But would you put it in the book? Like, that secret you have in your brain right now, would you put it in the book? To sell books?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm not.
You won't say it here, but you put it in the book?
I'm not getting paid to do it here.
Now, see, that's horrible. That's horrible. There's a word for that.
If I said it
There's
here,
a word
it
for
wouldn't
that.
be in the tell-all book, would it?
Oh, you know.
Wouldn't be your big seller now.
All right, Kerrington. Do you have something?
For the book?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
You have no secrets.
I mean, I do.
So you have nothing for the book, but you have secrets.
Yeah, I don't want money that bad that I'm gonna like share personal details.
So you would never share your secrets?
Not for money. Like I might share them for like another reason in the future, but like
Like a show?
yeah, no, not this one though. One that pays.
I've never seen such greedy people in my life. What is this?
We need money.
That's horrible. That is the most greedy thing. You basically are feeding into this tell-all hysteria. If you pay me enough money, I'll tell you what you want to know. That's horrible.
Well, you see, I will later on, like once I am older, and so if I were to write a tell book, I'd assume obviously I'd be older. There's not much to write about right now.
Yeah, but everybody's got something.
Yeah,
like,
so
what's your thing?
But like at some point, the secret will.
What's your thing? What's your secret?
I know.
The secrets will have just worn
I think that my friends shared enough about me and
Yeah, but none of that was really. I mean, I didn't find that any of that horrible.
I don't have any horrible deep dark secrets.
Well, like, what's one of your secrets?
I'm not, we're not doing this. I don't have secrets to share.
What
I'm an
realm
open
would
book.
it be
I
in?
tell you most things I want to
What
tell.
if we throw $5 on the table right now? You gonna tell us your secret?
No.
What would it be in the realm of?
No, that's a terrible question.
No, I'm not asking you to tell me the secret. I'm just saying, what would it be in the realm
Can
of?
you give me some examples of realms?
Yeah, like, is it a personal relationship? Is it a family thing? Is it something that happened to you that is illegal? Have you done something illegal? You know, these are realms.
I guess personal? No, that's it's personal.
Like, no, I understand that. That's the whole point. But personal in what way?
I don't know. I don't have any like that good of secrets. Like I don't know.
Everybody says that. Everybody's got something. What realm would yours be in? See, it's hard to talk about this stuff. Listen, poor Britney Spears has talked about an abortion. My goodness gracious.
That was her choice. Like she wanted the money that bad.
Isn't that horrible, though? Isn't that what does that say about
That's
society?
capitalism, isn't it? Like
No, that's not capitalism. That's like tell-all tabloid stuff.
no, but like the desire for money like that. Isn't that capitalism?
Oh, I think that's more like I wouldn't say that's necessarily capitalism. It's probably like a byproduct of capitalism.
byproduct of
See,
now.
that is a bad thing
That's
to
a
learn.
byproduct of
That's
capitalism.
a bad thing to learn, that dirt sells. I mean, that's horrible. What does that say about society? We can't, I mean, unless I put something bad in there, you're not going to buy the book. I can have 300 pages of good, but if I have 2 pages of bad, you're going to buy it for that 2 pages of bad?
No, just because it's like a secret doesn't mean it has to be a bad thing. Like maybe
Oh,
it's just
people want the
something I
bad.
wanna share.
It had to be an abortion. It had to be I'm not married to my husband. Yes, those are bad secrets. You can't tell a secret like, you know, I got my mom a car for Christmas and she didn't know about it. I mean, people might not have known that, but that ain't gonna sell books.
Yeah, I guess most of the time people like have secrets that are probably controversial. Like they don't want to share it because they're worried
Do you
about
have a
being
controversial
judged.
secret?
No.
Would you tell us if you did have a controversial
No.
secret? So you probably do have a controversial secret.
No.
I think she might. What do you think, Matt?
I think all secrets are a little controversial.
Yeah, but why are people so embarrassed to tell them?
Probably because they're related to controversial issues.
Really?
I would assume so.
Like, what's a controversial issue?
I don't know, like the basic things that people like argue about. Like it's probably related to like I don't know, people argue if there's like adultery type situations. They argue
Adultery.
about like guns,
Guns.
abortion, like the controversial issues people don't talk about. Like maybe they keep secrets like that related to
Well,
controversial things.
I've said it, I wrote a book when I was off last year, but I cannot publish it.
I think you should just publish it.
No, because not enough money showing up yet. Apparently, I've got to wait for the big money to tell all the secrets, and I know a lot of secrets on a lot of people, and I wrote them in the book, and I did it because I didn't want it to seem like a fluff book. Now, I didn't do it for money like you guys. I did it for fluffy reasons. I didn't want it to come off as like a cotton candy book. I didn't want it to be like, and then I did this, and then I did that, and then I did this, and everything was great. You know, I wanted to tell the true story of things that happened. But I wanted to put real names with it because when you say somebody, that looks really stupid. Mm-hmm. So, you know, but the problem is now, I know if I publish it, people will be ticked because some people are dead now, some people are still around and they may not want that to be known. You know, I've talked about this before when it comes to abortion. I've known people who had abortions, but I can't talk about that because they get angry. Mm-hmm. You know? I said that one morning on the air that I was going to tell somebody's name who had an abortion. Woo!
Yeah, I feel like it's like...
But apparently I should, because that's what you do to sell the books.
If they're paying you enough, maybe, but like,
So-
probably not somebody else's secret. Like Britney Spears
But no.
had to reason through it. Yes!
No, she buried Justin Timberlake in that whole abortion thing. She buried him, and he didn't want that in there, I'm sure.
That's true, but I mean, she's still...
So why shouldn't I bury somebody? If I don't care about him
that's
anymore,
kinda dirty.
so she's dirty.
I mean, if she was like just burying him, like if it was hard for her to like admit it too, like...
Was it? She basically
Probably.
said, I had an abortion, I didn't want to, it was all him. I mean, that's horrible 20 years
Yeah,
later.
people still will like judge you for that.
Well, she shouldn't have put it in the book.
Yeah, no, she decided she was making enough money, I guess, that she would share it.
You think it all came down to money for her in the end?
I don't know. Why else would you share something that's like?
Maybe she wanted to get it off her
Image
chest. I mean, you
and-
carry that
That's
around
true.
for 20
That's true.
years. I'll tell you, sometimes you carry something around like that for 20 years and it's time to get it off.
That's true.
Now, this is what the scary part of the episode is all about here. We might get back to some current events if we have some time. But you last week exhibited a very interesting trait on this program.
I was scared that something about this was gonna come up.
No, it happened. It's on tape.
I know.
It's very
I was
controversial.
there. It was very controversial.
Very controversial. You ate a 3-year-old hard Twinkie,
No one said it was 3 years old. I could not find a date on that Twinkie in my defense.
but you still ate it.
I had a little
A
nibble.
little nibble. And you also... Matt wasn't here for this.
Yes,
He
he
was
was.
horrified when he found out.
Were you?
I told him, I said, Matt, you will never guess. Somebody on this episode ate a 3-year-old Twinkie and drank a soda that was over a year-old fruitcake Mountain Dew. And he said, can't be her. She's too, nose up in the air. She's too...
Nope. I just said I did, however, say
That's what I heard.
I did, however, say that I didn't think you would do it.
You volunteered.
Somebody needed to step up to the
Whoa.
plate. It was gonna get awkward if nobody ate or drank it.
Scott picked up one of those Twinkies the other day on air, and he just hit it against the desk. And
Hard
I was
as a
like,
rock.
I was like, they ate that?
They did.
They did.
It's on tape.
That's whack.
They did.
They did. They did.
Now, why did you do that?
Because
Because I was really kind of concerned because when it was done, you said that you were forced to do it. And I don't think you were forced to do it if we look at the tape.
No, I mean, you didn't tackle me into the floor and shove it in my mouth or anything, but it was like you were begging the Wheeze over there to eat it, and like he didn't want to
So
eat it.
you said, I'm going to interrupt. I would have never asked you to eat it, though. Because that's his whole shtick, to be a goof.
Yeah, but like, I did tell you I want to be perceived as funny.
All right. Well, if you want to be perceived as funny, we got some funny stuff coming up
I'm
here.
scared.
No, it's Halloween.
I'm scared.
It's Halloween.
Yeah, I
This is
should be
good.
scared on Halloween.
No, you know what goes good with Halloween? Because you need...
I don't know, expired candy?
You always come in here hungry, right?
I do always come in here
You always-
hungry.
well, we're going to fix that tonight.
I'm scared.
Now, we've got some jelly.
Oh, God.
Grape jelly.
Okay.
Delicious. Now, I think jelly should not be put on a sandwich. I've never believed that it should. I think jelly should just be eaten. What do you think?
Out of the jar?
Yeah.
No, I think that's gonna be gross.
No, I think it'll be great.
I don't really like jelly.
Really?
Yeah.
But you like 3-year-old Twinkies.
I didn't like it. Somebody needed to eat it, and I was just the one stepping up to the plate.
How do you feel about Oreos?
I like Oreos.
All right.
Not in jelly.
Not in... Well, that'd be good, though. Don't you think a little dip in the jelly?
I like Oreos. No.
Do you like Oreos?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're full of it tonight.
I'm so confused right now.
And I'm even breaking the seal here.
They're new Oreos.
Have you even tried jelly?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, I've had jelly before.
Are you sure? You
Yeah.
don't want to try it again?
I mean, if you need me to eat it, I'll eat it.
No, I don't want you coming back saying I forced you to do anything. I don't need that kind of guilt.
I would eat jelly.
Okay. Well, have,
Sorry,
a little,
gotta get seated.
have a little jelly. Now wait, now are you going to say that I forced you to do this? Because if you are, don't do it. I don't want that on my conscience.
I do have some questions about
No. It's delicious jelly. These Oreos smell good.
I'm confused. Like, it's like I don't want to eat this jelly, and then they're like, oh, we put like worms in it.
Oh, no.
It's just jelly.
I just popped the lid.
I know, but like, I feel like there's an inside joke that people have going on that I'm not a part
No.
of.
There isn't. There isn't.
And
No inside
that's
joke.
why I am not
Do you want to
thrilled
dip an Oreo in
with
it?
jelly.
Here, put a
What's
little.
wrong with this
put
food?
a- put-
Why
put a-
do
put a
we-
little
why do
jelly-
we
put a little
eat
jelly
it
on the
so
Oreo.
bad? Is this really old or something?
No, it's delicious jelly. Just put a little grape jelly on the Oreo.
But see, and if you're lying to me right now, that's coercion, and I would say that I was forced
No,
then because he's
there's-
not giving me the truth.
There is no line. It's
Coercion?
Just, it's just
Yes,
jelly.
yes. If you are
Have
lying
you been
to
watching
me,
too much Law and Order or something? What is going on?
yes, that would be coercion. If you
Listen, if you don't want to do it, that's okay.
why do you want me to eat this jelly
Matt, have an
so
Oreo.
bad?
Have an Oreo. Eat it up. There you go.
I'm just paranoid. Why do you want me to eat this so bad?
I don't want you to eat it so bad. Don't put that back on me. I'm just
Then
saying.
why did you bring this for me?
It's Halloween.
So I'm gonna eat jelly?
Yeah,
What's-
on an Oreo.
what's funny
Because it's
about
an odd
that?
thing to eat jelly on an Oreo, don't you think?
Okay, so there's no ulterior motive besides.
Absolutely not. But if you don't want to do it, don't do it.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
No, don't. I don't want to hear any backlash from this.
No backlash unless
Well,
I find out.
that is such a dainty bunch of jelly.
I don't love jelly.
You gotta get a dollop. Come on.
That's-
A dollop.
That's a doop dollop of daisy.
No, it's jelly. Grape. Grape jelly. Here you go.
There's plenty on it. Can I pick up my own Oreo?
Your Oreo's not good.
Excuse me.
Sorry. I'm so scared.
No,
What is
go ahead.
wrong with this food?
Chug it down.
If you are lying to me
There's
and there's
nothing-
if
Did
there's
I do
secret
anything
food-
to this food
I
at
don't know.
all?
I don't trust you and I'm scared.
Why don't you trust me? When have I ever done anything that led you astray?
Well, whenever you were really excited for me to eat that Twinkie last week.
I told you it was old.
3 years though. He didn't say that.
Oh, maybe 2. I don't know. Go ahead. Bon appetit. Happy Halloween.
If there's anything wrong with this, I'm gonna be
There's
so
nothing
mad.
wrong with the jelly. Go ahead.
Why is it interesting if there's nothing wrong with it though?
Because isn't it good?
Jelly?
How do you feel about Fruity Pebbles?
I
Cocoa
don't really
Pebbles?
like them.
Really? What would... What is that?
Avoid it.
Come
I'm
on.
avoiding it. Why do you think I want to see me eat this jelly so bad? I'm scared. Did you
Shotgun
guys
it.
talk
Come
about
on.
this previously?
Just
What's
shotgun
wrong
that
with
down.
this jelly?
Come on. Shotgun it. Cannonball. Cannonball.
What's wrong with this jelly?
There's nothing wrong with the jelly.
When did I become a distrustful person? Like I'm on a corner saying, come on, come on. It's
After
jelly.
last week, you wanted me to eat that Twinkie so bad.
I did not want you to eat that Twinkie. Go back and watch the
Well,
tape.
back and
I
watch
never
the
asked
tape.
you one time. I never asked you
He
one.
said, yeah, he doesn't ask me. He says, eat it.
No, I did
Eat
not.
this.
Go ahead. Have a little. Come on. Eat it. Put it all in there. Come on. Put it all in there.
I'm scared.
Just put it all in. Here we go. On the count of 3. Matt, let's count it down. Let's count it. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Delicious, isn't it? Nothing like a little grape jelly and Oreos for Halloween. Try them at your house or your. Hey, what is it? Shakira, Shakuki, whatever. What is that?
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie. This should be on charcuterie. Now, are you enjoying yourself?
No, I'm really uncomfortable.
What? Oh, sorry. Maybe it's the clothes. Want some Fruity Pebbles? Maybe it'll make you happy.
No.
Do you like fruity or cocoa?
Cocoa.
We've got them. Want some Cocoa Pebbles?
Yeah.
Huh? No.
Yeah, I'll eat some.
Well, we haven't even opened the box. What do you think I do? Slip some like razor blades in here to
I don't
reseal
know.
the box?
I'm just like, why are we doing this?
We're having fun. It's Halloween. Didn't you get the memo?
No, I did not. That's why I'm dressed as a pharmacy technician.
Yeah, but we like the way you eat. Oh, I probably shouldn't even touch this bag since you have like a weird phobia
No,
or
I'm
something.
sorry. You can touch the bag.
God, remember she wouldn't even eat the Oreo that I
I
picked.
didn't say I wouldn't. I just
Like I've
wanted
been
to
picking
pick
my
one.
nose or something before
I don't
the
know where your
episode.
fingers have been.
Nowhere special, trust me. Just on the papers. Here we go. Cocoa. Now what are we gonna put this stuff on?
I was gonna just pour it.
Pour it in your mouth? You're gonna gun the cereal box?
Did you have something else you
No,
wanted me
go
to
ahead.
do?
Knock yourself out, but you better put a ton in there.
I told him.
Go take a look.
I told him to just give us a cup and we could.
It's Halloween, folks. Are we having fun or what here? Go ahead.
August 17th. That's not that old. See, I'm okay with this.
August 17th of 24. That's next year.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't
She
know.
is so paranoid.
I'm so scared
You
right
are.
now.
What do you think? Wait, I don't razor blade up the stuff that comes on here.
After last week.
You're holding this box in front of
I
my face,
know.
by the way.
I know.
What kind?
Did you notice?
Yeah, I know. Go ahead. This will be good. For anybody who Googled you, they'll get you shotgunning these Cocoa Pebbles. This is good. This is entertainment, folks. We're having a good time here. Was that good? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looked good. Mm-hmm. Say Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Now, we have one more thing to do in the food department today.
Okay.
Your answer to this question really doesn't matter at this point, but we have a little bet going on. Do you like marshmallows?
Not really.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Because we have marshmallows here today. We do. We have the big puppy marshmallows.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. So, what was that thing you talked about earlier on?
It's the Chubby Bunny challenge.
It's the Chubby Bunny.
I knew that's what it was going to be.
There we go. Oh, see, you know about Chubby Bunny.
I told
So,
you.
Matt, tell the audience who might not be aware what Chubby Bunny is. But we're not going to do Chubby Bunny. We're going to do Happy Halloween.
I think I can get maybe 2 or 3.
Oh, he said 10.
I don't know how big Marshmallow. I've never.
And I said her
participated-
mouth isn't that big,
I've
even though
never-
she's obnoxious. She's not that.
I've never participated in this challenge.
No, but I said 5.
Wow, yeah, I think you guys are overshooting. I think I'll get 3, maybe 4. I said 2 to 3 the first time.
Are you filling up?
Right around 3.
You filling up? You got the Oreo with the grape jelly, and
Yeah.
you had the cocoa pebbles. Okay, go on with it.
Okay.
Okay, now you gotta jam as many in there as possible, right?
Well, you're supposed
You do
to
one at a time.
One at a time.
Okay, put them in there. Let's count them down here, Matt. This is gonna be fascinating.
Okay.
And then you're gonna say Happy Halloween. That's a big marshmallow,
Yeah,
isn't it?
those
That's
are so much
wow.
bigger than I
Okay,
thought
she's
they
got
were.
it in there. She's got it back in her wisdom teeth area. It's back in the.
Okay.
It's back in the
Happy
jug.
Halloween!
Well, no, wait, one.
Yeah,
I can do more than one.
Yeah, I can get each time.
You know,
Yeah,
come on,
each
no,
time.
come on. Okay, Happy Halloween. She said it. Here goes 2. Come on, 5. You gotta get 5 of them. Come on, here's 2. Have you ever felt that you should laugh uncontrollably at an awkward time? This is one of those awkward times. All right, that's 2. Okay. Oh my lord! Can you get one more?
No.
Try one more. How many people have died from this? 2. 2. Only 2. You're okay.
It's okay. It's been around since 1990.
Yeah, it's been around a long time. Oh my lord, she jammed
Oh
3
my
in
God.
there.
How-
She got it in. Oh, take a picture for the camera over here. What a beautiful program this is today, Beach. And she got 3 marshmallows in there, and you're saying, oh, you never looked better. That was frightening there. I looked over, and she looked like a rabid dog. She was foaming at the mouth. Oh my, well, I got a plate. You can dump this here. You don't have to eat those now.
Oh,
There you go.
oh gosh, let's.
Oh, there's, oh no.
Yeah, I know why I was trying to move it. It's gross.
Gee whiz!
Please
And she's
don't
worried
put
about
it
me touching an Oreo after she just did that little thing right there. I'm not going to say what she did. You're a good sport, Kerrington. You're a good sport. We're so glad to have you here.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
You're not like all those demure girls we had before who were highfalutin, couldn't take them to the Cheesecake Factory, and they wouldn't jam marshmallows in their mouth or eat grape jelly on an Oreo. Well, how do you feel now?
I'm still nervous that some grand secret's going to be revealed about this whole thing.
No, not really.
How was the grape jelly on the Oreo?
Yeah, how was that?
It wasn't very good.
Yeah, I didn't think
But you ate
would
it.
be.
Yeah, I ate it.
You ate it.
Well, I wouldn't eat that
You
again.
still got your Cocoa Pebbles here on
intentionally.
the,
I know. Well, I
desk.
spilled a few on me.
But do you feel like you've eaten now?
Yeah. No,
You got the
I'm
power.
not. I hadn't eaten dinner, so.
Listen, for Halloween, you did us a solid, and I appreciate it.
Why? What did I? Just this? The whole
Yeah,
eating
because
thing?
this is out of the ordinary. This is very Halloween-like, don't you think, Matt?
To eat food?
Well, to eat food in an odd way.
Okay.
You know, that's what
yeah,
you do.
Like spooky.
Like a-
spooky!
I thought it was spooky. Do you have a favorite Halloween song? That's something we've learned. Remember, that she's a singer.
Scary.
Yeah, I like that one, like the spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
What is that?
I don't know. That's the part I know.
I've
That's
never-
That's
I've never heard that.
the whole
it.
song I
That's
know.
the whole
Yeah.
thing.
That's a
Monster
song.
Mash. That's a good one.
How's that
I
go?
forgot about that.
You did the mash. You did the monster mash. It was a smash. It was a graveyard smash. Yeah.
You know, I don't know, maybe.
Those are good songs.
Yep.
Those
Okay.
are Halloween ones.
So what are you going to do this year for Halloween?
I'm gonna
Do you
be
have
in New
something
York
on your
City.
hand?
Yeah, there's marshmallow on my pants and my hand.
Why? How did marshmallow end up on your pants in your hand?
I don't know, but Chuck, the Happy Halloween got me.
but, well, I didn't know there was going to be like...
Saliva, like it was gross. Yeah, no, I knew. I've done this before.
Oh, you've done it before?
I have.
Oh, then why are you landing me out for this whole thing?
Oh, I didn't. It was my idea. I wouldn't have picked to do it here.
Oh, I'm so... Well, now see, I'm not... Listen, I'm not taking any blame for any of this.
That's fine.
You were a good sport. We
Thank
thank you
you.
for doing... You know, isn't she a good sport?
Yeah.
I mean, who else would do that?
Would Matt do that?
No, he wouldn't. Would you?
No.
No. But you ate an Oreo.
I mean, I'd eat an Oreo with grape jelly. I can do that, but I'm cool in the Chubby Bunny thing.
Now, why did you do that?
You asked me to do it, and I don't have a strong objection to doing it.
That's good. But you have an objection to telling me your deepest, darkest secret.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
I think everybody's probably got an objection to that.
You know, sometimes you just gotta let it go. Sometimes when you let these secrets out, it helps. You free yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. So, in any event, let's see, what didn't we do here? I think we covered most of the topics. Halloween is certainly right around the corner, and I think we should go visit this girl in Worcester.
I think we should.
Helen-
Yes, the vampire
Helen
girl.
Schweizer, 28
She
years
was
old.
crazy.
Just remember, my soul is a vampire. It's all about soul stuff. You know, I don't understand, to be honest with you, when we look at all these topics, most of these topics do have to do with some kind, they're interpersonal relationships, whether they're people who've been together and are no longer together, or people who are shaming people on a first date on TikTok, are people who have to write tell-all, salacious stuff. And isn't it interesting that both of the salacious things in both of those books have to do with husbands and ex-boyfriends?
It's funny because there's another viral video on TikTok too about a girl who was complaining about a first date. This dude had taken her to a restaurant and he had asked for cheese on his hamburger, and they said that it'd be like an extra like $7 for like a slice of cheese on yeah, and he was like, no, I'm cool. And then she paid for the she basically just got up, paid for the meal, and left because he didn't get $7 for cheese.
Wow. Yeah, no, I would probably judge him a little bit if he did pay $7 for cheese.
I'm like, $7 for cheese.
He'd be like, that's not worth it. You're not going to enjoy the cheese $7 worth.
Now, what'd you do for Sweetest Day? Did you go to the woods?
No,
You said you wanted to go to the woods.
No.
She did. For Sweetest Day. Now tell the truth. We've got it on tape.
I know.
What did you say you wanted to do for Sweetest Day?
I wanted to go to Coffeeology and then walk around the Delaware Dam.
Have you ever been there?
Coffeeology?
It's the hippest coffee joint in Delaware. Don't you know that?
No.
Yeah, I went with one of my friends, but not in a.
You went to Coffeeology.
Yeah, and then we walked around in the woods.
And you went to... We did
And
walk
we
around the
walked
woods.
around in the woods. I told you
You
I
were with a
wanted to. Yes.
Was this a male friend?
That does not matter.
Oh, it was a male friend. You see. Well,
God.
now we know.
No.
How's that 8
Now
months
we
holding
know.
up?
It's a friend.
You know, they all say that in the beginning. I'm not saying... How long have you known this person?
A few years.
A few years. So why did you choose them to go on Sweetest Day to the woods?
I don't think they even knew it was Sweetest Day, and I forgot, honestly. It was just like I wanted to do this, and this was the most recent available day. I work a lot, so I'm busy.
So you're telling me, just happenstance, the thing you described you wanted to do on Sweetest Day, you just happened to forget that it was Sweetest Day, but you did exactly that on Sweetest Day with a boy who is a friend.
Yeah, basically.
That sounds about right to me. But, was he a nice boy?
Yeah, he's nice.
What's his name?
No.
Why can't we know his name?
We're not, no.
Just his first
no.
name. Was that a bad question? I mean, it's not like we're going to look him up.
You guys might.
Really?
Maybe. You're creepers over here.
Not really. I wouldn't even know how to do that.
Yeah. Now you really can't, because I won't tell you his name.
Well, now, why are you keeping that a secret? We're under 2 minutes. I mean, you don't have to tell us, but I'm just saying, why are you not telling us? Everybody's entitled to their own
I know,
privacy.
yeah. Probably just because it's none of your business.
But I care!
Oh, yeah. No, I don't know. Like, you're gonna make it into a thing. You'll probably use their name in the future to reference them. I don't want it to turn into a bit. That's really why I don't want to say.
A bit?
Yeah.
I would never do such a thing.
I've noticed a pattern here, Scott.
No! Like flip-flops?
Yeah, like flip-flops.
No, so,
And I don't
what's his
even
name begin with? What's his name begin with? What's his name begin with? J? I bet it's a J. Is it a J? A W? An R?
I'm not
An
gonna
S?
tell you.
What
No.
is it?
You don't
Was
need
it
to
you?
know.
Were you there
I'm
with her?
not-
And
This
the
turned into
damn-
a bit.
Oh my God, listen. Happy Halloween, Kerrington had the grape jelly and the marshmallows. And it took 3, by the way, if you're keeping score here. And we'll be back for a whole nother episode of The Exchange. And check out the Friday night program, 8:15 to 10 p.m. It's always a lot of fun with Matt and Kerrington and myself and Sean, who's along with us on Friday night. And we always thank everybody for joining us here on The Exchange. For Kerrington and Matt, this is Scott, heading for the dugout. Happy Halloween.